I had it on record when I was doing all that. So, Shane, tell me, how do you like school?
School's good.
And how are you doing in school?
I'm doing well.
How old are you?
20.
20. Did you just have a birthday recently?
About 2 months ago. Yes. It was my 20th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Imagine that.
Wow.
What's your favorite food?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni? Right. Aha, see? You still want the pepperoni.
I never ate pepperoni when I was eating meat anyway.
What's your favorite color?
Well, I hope the colors of the house don't necessarily give it away,
Colors of the sun.
but I don't know. I don't have a favorite color.
Okay,
I like red and yellow when they're next to each other.
and when they're together, orange?
as
Yeah.
well. Greens are nice. I guess that's why Oregon appealed. 'Cause if you like green,
School colors,
There's
green
also
and...
lots of green,
green
in
and yellow.
in the outdoors here.
yes.
What is your favorite number?
8.
8. Really? If you had to do a lotto pick, what would it be? Pick 8.
21.
I just picked 8.
That's one. No, 8 numbers. Lotto is
Oh.
8 numbers, 8 or 6 numbers.
I would do the random pick. I have no biases
all
with
right.
numbers.
What is
well,
your...
I wouldn't pick 13.
Or 666.
No,
Okay.
of course not. That could never come up randomly. Never.
It did, right after Obama won.
No, that was 8 years ago when that came up.
No,
They
just
repeat
recently.
the numbers every 8 years.
Oh, okay, sure. 9, like Louis Farrakhan. That is the number 9. What's your favorite flower?
My favorite flower?
Hellebore.
Euphorbia.
Euphorbia.
Yeah, I learned that one today. So,
The Dr. Seuss plant.
so because I learned that today, that's my favorite flower.
Okay. Do you have a favorite tree?
Favorite tree? Yes. Wait. So many to choose from. A couple years ago, I probably would have just said an oak tree.
Stuartia.
But now I know so many. I just like them all.
For different reasons?
Yeah. I can't pick favorites in trees.
Okay. Paper or plastic?
We use paper today, and that's not really a relevant question anymore.
I'm just kidding you.
Oh,
What is your favorite of all the books you read? What is the one that is your favorite just because for the pure enjoyment of reading, and then what would be one that you would recommend to somebody for another purpose?
for the pure enjoyment of reading. The most recent book that I've read for the pure enjoyment of reading was Bluebeard by Kurt Vonnegut.
Okay.
And I think I had a conversation with you after I finished it about why I enjoyed it. So I would recommend that one. But I don't know, I'm reading The Shock Doctrine right now, so of course that's the book that I would recommend because...
That part will be edited. I'm just kidding.
Because no one wants to learn history.
Yeah, for real. But no, recently I read Nelson Mandela's autobiography, and that was great. That was a good book. It was long, but it was always interesting. That was a really good story.
So you think somebody couldn't... Do you think that somebody can be... You don't even know what I'm going to say. Look at that
Well,
face.
I'm waiting. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to have a blank look?
Because it's like you're thinking that you think that you know what I'm going to ask. What do you think I'm going to ask?
I don't know. The questions have been so all over the place. I really have nothing to gauge it upon.
Oh, here's a question. Remember back when you were in grade school, and
Vaguely.
they used to make you like, right around, it was either around President's Day or Thanksgiving. They would ask you, if you were president, what would you do? The one thing. Only one thing.
One thing. Okay, how do you define this thing? What is it? An action that I do? Like
Legislation.
something like cutting in lines at Six Flags. That's something you could do as president.
That would be something good to
But
do.
I
Is that
wouldn't
what you would do?
I could do that
okay.
as vice president too.
Okay. As
One
vice president, you
thing-
could shoot somebody in the face too and get away with it. So there you go.
Oh. Well, there's that.
Shooting somebody in the face and getting away with it.
One thing.
One
I
thing.
Would do, I
You
would
know, like when
say-
they were little kids, if I was president, I would feed the poor. If I was
Well,
president, I would give my Uncle Joe a job.
See, and when I was a kid, I didn't get labeled a socialist, so I think that changes the discussion a
No,
little bit.
because it was just a thing in
What?
school. They turned y'all into socialists with what you would do. So anyways,
No, we just all started as socialists, and then then it became a dirty word. That's all.
have you ever worked in a soup kitchen?
No, I haven't.
Oh, have you ever done anything like that? Worked, done any
I haven't done
type
much,
of work like
I
that?
haven't done much charity work.
Okay.
No. When I had free time as an adolescent, I was all busy doing salaried work, hourly work. I was making money for it, so I didn't really have the free time.
What about all those kids in high school who did 12 million things? All their volunteer work, their school work, their sports.
I got into college too. I mean, it's the only reason why most of them did it.
But do you know that John Monick over Thanksgiving this year went and worked in a soup kitchen on Thanksgiving Day?
I didn't know that.
Him and Becky's brother.
How nice.
Isn't that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
John's very proud of that. Well, I worked in a soup kitchen on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's very admirable.
That's what made me think of that. So,
But no, I haven't. Do not have much experience with volunteer work.
would you ever do anything like that
Yeah.
for free?
You did conservation work with me. Like pulling
Yeah,
out
well,
buckets.
I mean,
You're like,
it's
yeah, I said for free. Volunteering is for free. See?
No, see, I
Oh,
volunteered at the things like the races that Dad did.
Well,
and
that's not charity work unless it's
right,
for a
we-
charity.
And we've done like
Yeah.
the things at the forest preserves.
Yeah.
Pulling buckthorn and Citizens for
Seeds.
Conservation.
Collecting
Did
wildflowers.
a little bit of that, but I think that's different than like working at a soup kitchen. But
Chilling
back
over
to that
there.
other question, if I were president and I could do one thing and I could just say it and it would be done, oh man.
Mm-hmm. So you don't
I
even
would-
have to be president. If you
I
could
would-
do, if you had the powers to do one thing, and no sooner than you said it be done, it was done. So if you had one wish, what would that be?
Dude, that's such a hard question.
I know.
And this is on video. This is like
And don't say wish
On
for
the
3 more
record.
wishes.
as, yeah. If I were president, I would wish that I could be president longer. I would pull a
Not.
Hugo Chavez and change the law so that I could be president.
That's only if you were doing a good job. If you're doing a
Um,
crappy job, you'd say, I don't know. I wish I didn't have the cement around my feet.
I have so many things coming to mind, but I can't pick just one. Right now.
Right now,
if I
right
was saying-
now. This is not
right
gonna be-
now, this second in this day and age. What I would do is I would erase everybody's debt and the whole structure in our economy that makes debt be a not a possibility, but makes debt an inevitability. That's what I would do. Is take away everyone's debt so that they wouldn't have money that doesn't help anything out.
What would you do then if those same people went back into debt?
Then it would be their own fault.
Okay.
And then, I don't know. That's not the question.
Okay. Hang on a second.